tempted by a mistress. When we look at Jacob, he was told to sacrifice his son. When we look at Moses, he was in the desert a very long time. He grew up without his family first. And then he was exiled from the only family he knew. And then he was in the desert 40 years. When we look at Noah, he waited. In the midst of everyone telling him he's crazy, he waited. In the midst of God telling him there would be a flood in a place where there had never been rain, he waited. He built a boat. When we look at David, we see how he waited. He was a little shepherd boy, tending his father's sheep. Sound familiar? On the run from an angry king that was jealous, who was filled with an unclean spirit. And in them 12 years, he waited. When he started to try to make things happen for himself, he disappointed God, and God took his firstborn. And then he had to wait. We are not bigger than patience. We are not greater than patience. And we have to make sure that patience isn't greater than us. We have to understand that it is easier to run foolishly and fall than to walk carefully and walk the whole track. The slower you move, the more you see. The quieter you are, the more you hear. Reflect on where you are. Ask for guidance. Seek knowledge in his scriptures. If the Almighty is patient with us, as it says in 2 Peter 3:9, then it is better for us to be, then how can we not be patient with him? Meditate on these words. And I hope you've learned something today. Remember, patience. Amen.